You will not believe the chaos an HOA caused when they decided my land was theirs. But the way I ended it is something you'd only expect in a movie. So here's how it went. I grew up on this big stretch of property. It had been in my family for generations. And I loved it, a little cabin, some fields, and best of all, a natural dam that created a pond and stream. I maintained it, carefully paid. My taxes never caused trouble. But one summer I come back from a work trip, and I see construction crews bulldozing. Across my field, the HOA from the neighboring subdivision had decided to expand, and they were literally building new homes on my land. I checked the survey lines, and sure enough, everything they were doing was illegal. I confronted the HOA president, and she just smirked, saying if I didn't like it, I could sue, but by the time the courts ruled, the homes would be finished, sold, and nothing could stop it. She underestimated me badly because what she didn't know was the entire development sat in a natural lowland, and the only reason it stayed dry was because my grandfather's dam held back the creek. I tried doing it the right way. I filed complaints. I showed deeds. I begged county officials. But they dragged their feet, and meanwhile, the HOA doubled down 35 houses, were framed up utilities going in roads paved, and they even had the nerve to send me a letter threatening fines if I didn't maintain my property, neat enough for their buyers. So I decided enough was enough one stormy night when the pond was swollen. I walked out to the dam, pulled the old release lever, and listened to the roar as thousands of gallons burst free, rushing downhill like a monster unleashed. Within minutes, the half-built subdivision was a swamp. Walls, collapsed basements filled with mud-heavy equipment toppled like toys. I watched from the ridge as lights flickered out, and Karen herself, the HOA president, stood there screaming helplessly in the rain when the inspectors came out the next day. They ruled the whole project condemned illegal construction on stolen land with millions in damages and lawsuits piling up. Investors bailed, buyers vanished, and the HOA board turned on her faster than you could blink. She lost her position, her reputation, and eventually her own house, trying to cover the debts while my land dried out and my pond slowly refilled. Like nothing had happened. The best part was neighbors laughing that they'd never seen. Karma strikes so fast, and I just smiled, sitting on my porch, fishing pole in hand, knowing I had protected what was mine. So if you ever think an HOA can just bulldoze over you, remember? Sometimes the best revenge is letting nature fight on your side. And hey, if you loved hearing how this Karen got washed away by her own greed, hit that subscribe button right now, because the next HOA revenge story I've got is even wilder.